Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin showing signs of recovery, but I am very scared of this one thing. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Left. Today's video, I am very scared of this one thing. Before we get into it guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, and subscribe to the OG Bitcoin Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos for 7 years. Today, fear and greed, 26, regular fear, out of extreme fear, back into regular fear. You can see for the past few weeks, we have been in fear or extreme fear. The overall market up 1% today. Bitcoin at 55,354, Ethereum at 2326, and BNB at 507. Now, Bitcoin finding support on the bottom of this bull flag structure. But this cross right here has my butthole puckered and my balls well up into my abdomen right now. This is a cross of the 21 EMA underneath the baby making moving average, the 9-month moving average. Now, the last time that this happened, if you'll scroll back with me all the way to roughly right here, January of 2022, bull market was over. People thought maybe it just needs some time. Maybe you just price needs to recover. But when that crossed underneath, price went from $47,000 all the way down to $15,000. Now, if we take that bar pattern and we put that over the current price where we are right now, you can follow this with me. You can see this would take us all the way down to $24,000 territory for Bitcoin. Not only that, but look at how well it lines up with this like year-long trend support line for Bitcoin. Very interesting pattern. Could it go down there? Yes. Is it guaranteed? No, but I would hope to see a recovery or a reversal of this cross coming pretty soon. That being said, we're not in terrible territory. We have Q4 coming up. We have the US presidential election coming up. Both of these things very bullish for Bitcoin. And based on the 2016 and 2020 bull markets averaged and scaled towards this year, you can see that would be this blue average line in the center. Price is pretty much right there. As a matter of fact, based on the standard deviation, there is equal likelihood for both $40,000 and $80,000 in the next few months. But the good news is September 24th is the day when Bitcoin starts taking off. So hopefully by the end of September, we will see some good moves for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, the same guy, Timothy Peterson, definitely check him out on Twitter and Squared Value. He posted this last month, August 6th, the lowest price forward for Bitcoin, which if you take a look at this chart right here, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can see it. This is generally about the lowest price that Bitcoin has going forward. And for the most part, Bitcoin spends time at it or above it. Very rarely in bear markets does Bitcoin price go below it. But that being said, right now, or right then, the lowest price forward was $53,466. You can see we're bounced off of that territory a couple days ago, 53.4, and right now we're sitting nicely above it. So could that have been the bottom for Bitcoin? Great question. If you're scared, just remember that Bitcoin is still in the fire sale area. Oh my gosh, a fire, I'm burning. You know, Tobias Funke, Arrested Development, we're having a fire sale. Yeah, right? So anyways, accumulate Bitcoin cheap while you can. Because, hey, when things bounce, that's when everybody wants it, not when it's at rock bottom prices like it is right now. That being said, before you dump everything in, let it be known, another CME gap is still unfulfilled between $53,000 and $54,000. Could see it bounce down again before going up if that's the direction Bitcoin chooses to go. Now, right now, things have changed. You can see here the Bitcoin cumulative ETF fund flows have dropped below a trend that started back in March. You can see this trend right here. Bitcoin was on a nice trend, but broke through now 8 consecutive days of outflows totaling $1.2 billion. Is this bad news for Bitcoin? Time will tell, because it seems like most of the ETFs, other than BlackRock, are very much based on sentiment, not so much based on, you know, Bitcoin being the only hard asset on the face of the planet. So That being said, despite all the fear, extreme fear, we are still right here, almost perfectly par for the course based on previous cycles. And guess what? It's all up territory coming forward. As a matter of fact, the Bitcoin scale invariance grows by 6x every 40% growth in its age. So you can see that as the time grows by 40%, the price goes up 6 times. And based on this, the next period would be 2030, or roughly 6 more years. And the price, 6 times the price here, would be $360,000. Do you want to miss out on that? It's pretty much, it's fire sale right now. Oh my goodness, save the children, like Tobias says. Now, could be, if we're not going down further, could be the last dip before up only. You can see trendline support here, bouncing off of support, potentially bouncing off of support once again. If we take that dip we were talking about with the CME gap once again, last dip before heading back up. We have Bitcoin weekly RSI approaching level that experienced a macro bottom in Q3 of 2023 before Q4, and a massive rally, almost same exact support territory we could be in Q3 before Q4, massive rally, and yet another Bitcoin bull cycle. Which brings us to this chart, bull market considerations. The RVGI indicator has historically been reliable for spotting trend changes in Bitcoin. When it flips blue on the quarterly time frame, which it has, it signals the start of a bull market. Current bearish sentiment and bear market assumptions might be additional signs of a potential rally ahead. You can see that as it flips blue, we do see bull markets for Bitcoin has flipped blue once again. Likely bull market, and hey, the market loves to disappoint people. Once you get the leveraged longs aping in, get them all wiped out and scared to bet once again, that's when things can generally proceed in an upward direction. Not only for Bitcoin, but also for altcoins too. The Bitcoin dominance weekly chart, if it gets rejected here, could be signs for alt season. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, join us on Twitter. And also YouTube says watch that video. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.